Good morning, you fine folks. I hope you're well and having a beautiful day. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karen, and if you enjoy what you see today, please consider subscribing. So I've got a beautiful short video for you. It is just simply a block that I was messing around with, and I came up with 4 layouts. It's a disappearing pinwheel, but it's just got so much variations that I had to share it with you guys. All right, so let's dive straight into the video. I hope everybody is well. It's 7:42 in the morning. Yes, I know, I started early. And it's I think the King's holiday here, so it's a holiday in Australia. It is Monday morning. So yeah, so anyway, okay, let's dive into it. So I'm going to I'm going to make a block just because I can, basically. I have a scrap piece of batik here I'm going to use, and I'm going to make a block and turn it into a 2-part block. So I'm just going to cut it into a proper square. I'm just squaring it all up. Alright, so done my cuts from both. I've sewed all the way around just like you would normally, and now I'm going to simply cut it from point to point. Now this is very versatile. I would definitely say try not to move it. Just makes it a bit of a bugger head to put it back together again. But if you have a rotating mat, ideal. But cut it from point to point. So basically you're making an X with your cut. Remember, when you do sew this, make sure you sew it front sides together with the 2 sides of fabrics. Okay, separate them. And we want to open them up so we can see what we're working with. So that is it. So I'm going to put the white fabric down, finger press, so that the seams goes on the darker side. In fact, I am going to use my seam roller, which will be great. That's it. Make sure that presses out. Love the seam roller, isn't it? Just makes everything pressed out so nicely and easily. Again, open. We're putting the white down first so that the seam goes behind the colored fabric, and seam roll it so that it looks like it's pressed already. I love batiks. There's one thing about batiks, they just works, for me anyway, they just works really well. I know some people don't like them, but I like mixing my batiks with ordinary fabric. Just make sure that seam goes behind, because as we can see, our contrasting fabric here is light with florals. And so what we're going to do now is lay ourselves out. I'm going to cut the dog ears off. You don't have to at this stage, but you can. I just like to do it because I think it's just eliminates one step. Alright, so once we've cut them and trimmed the dog ears off, we're going to lay it out in a pinwheel form. As usual, when you're doing the pinwheel, what you're aiming for is to have the different color fabrics touching each other. Okay, and so we're going to sew front sides together, and then we're going to join it. Alright,
you're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it.
All right, so I'm cutting 2.5 inches on each side of the block. It is a little bit tricky in the sense that it's a bit difficult to see on the print. So I'm going to slow my sort of process down a little bit so that I get it right. I don't want to make a mistake and cut it incorrectly. The markings on the ruler is pink, and the fabric has lots of pink in it, so it's just literally playing with my eyes. And it's around 7:10 in the morning, so I'm using artificial light, i.e. a light bulb, rather than natural lighting, which always makes it so much more easier. So I'm just making sure it's settled where I want it to be. So make your cuts on all 4 areas. So that's number 3. Try not to move the blocks, which makes it a little bit more difficult to line it back up all again, which can be a bit of a pain, to be honest. So 1, 2, there. Again, just taking my time. I mean, this is very easy block to put together. Really relatively easy, I must say. I'm quiet. That means I am thinking. Okay, so happy with that. Need a nice sharp blade for this one. Okay, let's put this down, and we are going to rearrange it now. Alright, so once you've done the subcuts now, this is what you're going to have it look like. So it's all separated. We're going to change it around. So I'm going to move these to the side, the half square triangles. We have an individual pinwheel, and we are going to lay them out like so, like so. I don't want these 2 similar colors touching. I want it opposite. Alright, so I've mixed them all around. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you 2 layouts. I'm going to take my middle block there and place it right to the top there to make sure you can see it very well. And I'm going to go in with different colors. So I want the white touching the different color on the pinwheel. So the smaller pinwheel there. Same with this one. Turn it around. And then with this one, again like so, and this one like so. And for the rest of the blocks, what we're going to do is to turn it like so, that way, and that way, and this is your layout. So that is layout number 1. I'm going to bring it closer so you can see. So that is layout number 1, ensuring that none of the colors, say all the batiks, are not touching each other. Notice it's all laid out differently, so you can see the pinwheel there and the pinwheel there. Now let's go to layout number 2. So layout number 2 now, I am going to start with pinwheel in the middle, and I am going to put blocks like so, making sure you can see what I'm doing there. Again, I don't want the batiks touching, just so that it can highlight the pattern better. So just twist them around in accordance to the pinwheel in the middle. Next one there. And I'm going to add the batiks this way, and this way, and this way, and this way, leaving the background color on the end. Let's look at it now. Brilliant, isn't it? Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. Now, if you want, you can change these around. So I can put this like so. Let's see what happens. This is how you learn to do different stuff with your layouts, just by changing things around. and see what you get. So let's try, so these two touching each other. Let's try these two touching each other and see what it looks like. I mean, for me, I enjoy just messing around with it and actually seeing what happens. Let's do the white touching each other as well, and let's see what pattern we get. May not be anything too difficult or different, but let's see. This is how you learn. So just by trying new things, again, you can see the colors touching. This is why I didn't want it touch initially, but to be honest, it looks fine. It's still a layout. But which pattern do you prefer? This one, the second one, or the first one? Like and subscribe for more, guys. Bye for now, and happy quilting. I just found one more. I like this one as well. You can see with the, it looks like the pinwheel is turning, isn't it? Love it. I like this one as well. So I've given you 4 options. Alright guys, so I'll see you in the next one. Happy quilting, and bye for now.